Welcome back today to Gaming Theories, where we know the actual strongest Pokemon in the world is not Arceus, but Magikarp. So today's gaming theory, is for Pokemon theory, who is the first Pokemon? So, there are 4 answers to this question, as most of us have probably seen this picture. A. Bulbasaur, B. Rhydon, C. Mew, D. Arceus. So how we're going to do this is I'm going to explain why each of these could be that possible answer, my take, and then we're going to see what you guys think. First, we're going to start off with Bulbasaur. Why is Bulbasaur the first Pokemon? Because he's the first in the Pokedex, 001. He's the first Pokemon in the Pokedex ever listed, so that's why he's possibly on the list. Not anything else on this picture in his Pokedex entries. Nothing could say it other than the fact that he's the first in the Pokedex. The fact that I threw out Rhydon in there probably sounds completely strange to you, but the reason he's in there is because Rhydon was the first Pokemon ever created by Nintendo. So that's why he was up there. But we want to know who was the first Pokemon in the Pokemon universe, not the first one created by Nintendo. Right, for this purpose. But if you're talking about the first Pokemon created ever by Nintendo, then yes, Rhydon is the correct answer. So, Mew. Mew was, well, number 151. Not much. It's said to possess the genes of all Pokemon. It is capable of making itself invisible at will, so it entirely avoids notice, even if it approaches people. That's one of the Pokedex entries. Black and White, because it is able to use every move, there are many scientists who believe that it is the ancestor of all Pokemon. Ancestor of all Pokemon, so that must mean he's the first one, right? And yet, people still believe that someone else is. That someone else is Arceus, the god of all Pokemon. In Pokemon X Pokedex entry, according to the Legends of Sinnoh, this Pokemon emerged from an egg and shaped all there is in the world. We know that you shaped the world, but are you really the first Pokemon is the question. In Pokemon Y, it is told in mythology that this Pokemon was born before the universe even existed. Sorry about that. So, what you're telling me is there was just this flying egg in space. It's just flying there. And then it hatches and it's like, I'm bored. Gonna create the world? Well, I'm pretty sure it went down like this, and most of you have also seen this comic. Mew tells Arceus to go to its room. Arceus doesn't have one. Mew says, then make one. And the world was born. So, what you're telling is that Arceus was somehow able to make all these Pokemon. Mew makes more sense due to the fact that it can use Transform, and its Pokedex entry even says that people believe that it is the ancestor of all Pokemon. Arceus, none of the Pokedex entries say that it created all the Pokemon. Nothing about the ancestor. We just know that it created the world, that it's God. But Mew is the one that is the ancestor. So it created all these cute, adorable Pokemon. So here's my take on it. Mew created all the Pokemon, so that's why we have the Pokedex. Arceus created the Pokemon world, so that's how we have the world. Make sure to comment your theories below because they could be the next one on gaming theories. It could be for any game, just what you gotta do, comment the game, comment the theory. Also, make sure to comment what you believe for this theory because, of course, it's a theory, so I could be wrong, or I could be right, or there could be multiple answers. For all we know, Mew and Arceus created all the Pokemon together. But we don't know that because Nintendo never told us. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe and like if you want more.